Finn walked away from the rubble. The lighthouse, once so tall, was gone. He looked back one last time. A lump formed in his throat. The sea stretched out before him, vast and empty. The salty air stung his eyes. He took a deep breath. He was free. Finn started walking. He didn't know how long he had been at the lighthouse. It felt like a lifetime. But now he was going home. The path was rocky and uneven, but Finn didn't mind. Each step took him further away from the darkness. The wind howled around Finn. It whispered through the tall grass. It sounded like voices, familiar voices. He could almost hear Callum's laugh. Callum, his friend. The lighthouse had taken Callum. Finn closed his eyes, pushing away the memory. He had to keep going, for Callum, for himself. He wouldn't let the lighthouse win. He was free, and he would stay that way. The path led him uphill. The village was on the other side. He hadn't seen it in what felt like forever. Excitement bubbled inside him. Finn remembered the day Callum had arrived. Callum with his bright eyes and infectious grin. They became friends instantly. They explored the cliffs, shared stories, and dreamt of adventures. Callum was fearless. He never let the lighthouse scare him. Then the curse took hold. Callum changed. He became distant, haunted by something Finn couldn't understand. One stormy night, Callum was gone, lost to the lighthouse, just like the others. Finn vowed to break the curse, for Callum, for everyone. The village came into view. It sat nestled between two hills, overlooking the sea. A wave of nostalgia washed over Finn. He remembered running through the cobblestone streets, playing hide-and-seek with the other children. The smell of baking bread from his father's bakery. His father. Finn hadn't seen him since the day he left for the lighthouse, the day he promised to break the curse. He quickened his pace. His heart pounded in his chest. Anticipation and dread warred within him. It was time to face his past. Section 5. The Familiar Path. Finn stepped onto the familiar path leading into the village, the same path he had taken as a child. But everything felt different now. The trees seemed taller, the houses smaller. The village itself seemed quieter, shrouded in a melancholic silence. The curse of the lighthouse had cast a long shadow. It had not only taken people, but stolen the village's joy as well. But Finn was determined to bring that joy back. He had faced his fears, battled the darkness, and emerged stronger. He had a story to tell, a story of hope. Section 6. The Village Awakens. As Finn walked deeper into the village, he noticed something change, a flicker of movement in a window, a curtain twitching. A young girl peeked out from behind a doorway, her eyes wide with curiosity. She whispered to someone inside. Soon more faces appeared. Whispers turned into murmurs. The villagers emerged from their homes, drawn by the sight of Finn's return. Their faces, etched with worry and grief, held a spark of hope. The hope that Finn brought with him, the hope that the curse was finally broken. Section 7. Homeward Bound. Finn walked with his head held high, meeting the gazes of the villagers. He saw a mix of emotions, disbelief, relief, cautious optimism. He understood their hesitation. He too had felt the weight of the lighthouse's grip. But he also saw something else in their eyes, gratitude. They had given up hope, resigned themselves to their fate. But Finn's return, his survival, rekindled a flame they thought had long been extinguished. He continued towards his old home, each step filled with purpose. He had a story to tell, a father to embrace, and a village to heal. Section 8. Father and Son. Finn stopped in front of his father's bakery. The familiar scent of freshly baked bread wafted through the air. Memories flooded his mind. He pushed open the door. The bakery was empty, except for a lone figure hunched over a table. His father. Father? Finn whispered. The figure looked up. His face, weathered and lined with worry, transformed with a mixture of shock and disbelief. Section 9. A New Dawn. Finn? His father breathed, his voice thick with emotion. He rose slowly, his eyes never leaving Finn's. Finn stepped forward, his heart pounding. He had dreamt of this moment, feared this moment. "It's me, Father," Finn said, his voice trembling slightly. Without another word, his father rushed forward, engulfing him in a hug. Finn hugged him back, the familiar scent of yeast and warmth enveloping him. "You're home," his father whispered. his voice choked with emotion. "You're home." Section 10, The Courage Within. As they broke apart, Finn saw tears glistening in his father's eyes. But they weren't tears of sadness. They were tears of relief, of joy. "The lighthouse," his father began, his voice heavy with unspoken questions. "It's gone," Finn said softly. "The curse is broken." His father's eyes widened. A slow smile spread across his face. It was a smile Finn hadn't seen in what felt like an eternity. A smile of hope. Finn knew then that his journey wasn't just about breaking the curse. It was about finding his own courage, and in doing so, reminding everyone else of theirs.